Jackpot could be more than $670 million. Play on, America.
We have rain from the East Coast all the way down to the Gulf Coast, and it will overall be a pretty rainy night for us and a stormy start to our Wednesday morning with some high wind gusts. I'll have all the details, plus a look at the big cool down coming our way, coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 11, more than 2 months after the storm, the cleanup continues in the Garden City. We'll hear from city leaders about the recovery. Also ahead, the Justice Department suing the state of South Carolina. Details on the allegations there. And despite a warning from the state, Columbia County's Library Board met to approve new book guidelines. Your News at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with a look at storm cleanup, where tonight Augusta leaders gave an update on how things are going. Graham Lee has the story.
It was a packed house at Warren Road Community Center. Augustans around the room eager to hear about the city's progress.
We want you to know that we've been working diligently to bring you back to where Augusta needs to be.
City leaders updating the public on where the city is today, but also looking back at how Augusta got to December since late September.
During that first week, we had 13 working structure fires, 52 non-working structure fires, 14 technical rescues from rescue and saving citizens from collapsed buildings, and over 593 medical calls.
The total cost of damage for the city at this point is an estimated $30 million, with more inspections to be made. One of the big additional costs is repairing the Augusta Canal. The utilities director confirming that project will not be finished until at least next May.
The embankment's broken, trees are down. We have to clear the hanging trees, the broken trees, and then we have to dewater the canal, and then we have to rebuild the banks that are cracked and sloughing into the canal. The estimated cost of that right now is around $10 million.
But the big question for many neighbors is when their debris is getting picked up. Steve Castle with ISM Engineering says the target date to get everything picked up is February 1st.
I assure you we will not finish until everything's done.
GEMA has done a phenomenal job, and FEMA has done a phenomenal job, and they will continue doing that. So this is an Augusta project we're going to address in a nonpartisan way that benefits our community, and we're going to recover from this.
As the long road to recovery continues, city leaders will meet again next Tuesday with another update on progress. In Augusta, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
So here we are, storm debris cleanup in Augusta hitting day 65 today, and a lot of streets out there, like this one, Oleander Drive in the Bedford neighborhood, still have lots of debris on the sides of the roads. The city has cleaned up about 1,000 miles of roadway since the process started in early October.
We've got a long ways to go on debris pickup, and that's what I get my calls from lately is, since this hurricane started, when is debris going to be picked up? We've got, the 90-day window's closing in on us soon, but I know we're going to go back out.
Yeah, for that first 90 days, the city can get 100% reimbursement of the cost from FEMA. The city is asking for an extension on that. Time now for a first check of our weather. Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci back with us with rain and wind on the way.
Yeah, we're going to have a pretty rainy night, and Wednesday morning we'll have a few storms around. But right now on Live Viper 6, still just around half the area dealing with some steady rain and gusty winds. So notice Richmond County pretty much completely dry, Emmanuel County dry, Burke County, Screven County, Allendale County. None of you are seeing any rain, but we do have the rain anywhere from Saluda County down to around Washington County. So here's a closer look at that. McCormick has some heavier downpours. Notice the lightning counter at 0 strikes though, so just some spotty heavier downpours at times, but for the most part a light rain. But those rainfall totals are climbing in our northern and western counties. It's a pretty significant gradient here, with rainfall totals around 3/4 of an inch in Thompson, up to 1.5 inches now in Crawfordville, but just around trace amounts to 1/4 of an inch for the rest of us. On our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam, not super soaked outside, but you can tell it is pretty damp there at Washington Road. Augusta Bushfield did not pick up on too much rain today. We had a low of 58 degrees degrees though, so well above average by a whole 20 degrees. And we made it all the way to the 70-degree mark today, and we're not much cooler than that now, sitting at 66. So low to mid 60s across the entire CSRA. Our temperatures will pretty much stay this way as we head into Wednesday morning. Dew points also pretty high in the low 60s, so plenty of moisture around with a south wind sustained at 15 miles per hour now in Augusta, but just 5 there in Aiken. Gusts are currently up to 26 in Lincolnton, 28 in McCormick, 16 in Crawfordville, and by tomorrow morning we'll still have the gusty winds, cloudy skies, rain, and on and off storms, with the temperature staying mild in the low 60s. So notice the high and low temperature is pretty much the same tomorrow. So the temperatures are actually going to fall pretty drastically as soon as we get to tomorrow afternoon. Low of 31 going into Thursday morning, back to sunshine, and then more cloud cover again on Friday. So coming up, I'll have a look at your full 10-day forecast, but back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Well, the House passed a bill today that gets Augusta one step closer. A controversial plan to move some books in the Columbia County Library from the young adult or teen sections to the adult section. It's moving forward. Bria Smith has more.
I think that every book should be in the library, but I think that every book should be in the correct location at the library.
They're fairly ridiculous. As was addressed in the meeting, they moved most of the young adult human body section. These are science books that they moved to the adult section.
The plan was approved Tuesday morning in a meeting of the Greater Clarksville Regional Library Board at the Columbia County Library.
We had a good, diverse group of folks that were able to express their diverse opinions, and it's democracy in work.
Those in favor of moving the guidelines forward say certain books show explicit text and images disclosing sexual and pornographic content and can be inappropriate for children.
I think exposing our children too early to mature content has detrimental effects on them developmentally.
Others believe that books don't have the capability of influencing a child's thoughts or beliefs.
They're trying to restrict and relocate books by content, which is blatantly unconstitutional. They're using words in their guidelines, and they're trying to justify it based on something similar to the way movies or television shows are rated.
We used to love taking our children to the library. I'm here because I'd like to let you guys know on adopting these guidelines.
I think that the guidelines are important to put into place, and this is not about book banning, and it's not about censorship. It's about safeguarding our children, and that's what needed to be done.
They specifically want books they don't like that have anything to do with human sexuality, specifically LGBTQ community, in the adult section so that kids won't see it because, I don't know, maybe they think a book will make a kid gay. I've never seen that happen.
Bria Smith reporting for us tonight. Demolition, have you seen this? Continuing at the old James Brown. Keep you updated on the progress. The Community Ministry of North Augusta Thrift Store has more furniture to sell now, thanks to a big donation from Lazy Boy Furniture, the tractor trailer of gently used furniture. There you see it dropping things off today. That nonprofit helps provide clothing, food, and assistance to those in need. It's on Belvedere Clearwater Road in North Augusta. Still ahead. Your hometown road trip is back on the road. We'll have a preview of tomorrow's episode after the forecast.
We will have a rainy Tuesday night with storms on the way tomorrow morning. Also gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour due to a cold front passage. And behind that front, we will have a big drop in temperatures. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast when we return.
Let's face it, news is complicated. That's why WJBF.com makes it easy. Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time. Plus, get the latest video in one click with WJBF Plus. Get it all at WJBF.com.
You know, my dad's favorite saying was attitude is everything, and I think Freddie personifies that because no matter the weather, no matter what the day is going to hold, he seems like he's fine with it, and I think there's a lesson in that for all of us.
This year, grab only the finest in men's clothing.
If you've been injured, we take immediate action to get you the help you need.
They handled everything so that I could focus on getting better.
I am very happy with the settlement I received.
Remember those in need this holiday season with the WJBF News Channel 6 Giving Your Best Toy Drive. Your donated toys will go to Project Life Augusta. Just drop off your new unwrapped toy at WJBF News Channel 6 or these security federal locations. Everything giving your best this holiday season. The WJBF News Channel 6 Giving Your Best Toy Drive is brought to you by Piedmont Augusta, Security Federal, and Science Co. It's Team Georgia versus Team South Carolina as the best of the best battle for the paddle. Border Bowl is back Saturday, January 11th at Scott Thurman High School. Get tickets now at WJBF.com/Border Bowl. The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today.
We can fill any stocking with grab-and-go gifts from Lionel Smith Limited. From suits and sports jackets, to dress and sport shirts, to unique boxers and on-cloud shoes. We have the perfect gift for everyone on your Christmas list at Lionel Smith Limited.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. I had a super fun school visit yesterday. I went to Grace Child Development Center in North Augusta, and I was very impressed with this group of kids. Not only were they really great listeners, but they were super smart. And these were 4- and 5-year-olds, and they actually were able to come up and present the forecast, which is something personally I would have been way too shy to do at their age. You can see one girl here pointing to the 4-day forecast. They all did a fantastic job, and I was really impressed by their questions as well. I had 3 of them raise their hands and ask me how I make my forecast every day, which once again, 4- and 5-year-old kids here. So thank you so much, Grace Child Development Center, for having me, and to Bethany for planning this visit. Our Live Viper 6 radar showing around half the area still dealing with the steady rain. This has been going on all evening long. Some heavier pockets here and there, and storms down in central Georgia down towards the Gulf Coast. So we'll be watching some of these storms as they move into our area tomorrow morning. The chance of some strong to severe weather will be between the hours of 4 a.m. to around 10 a.m. But for the most part, it's going to be a messy rain. It's pretty damp outside, but no rain coming down at the moment here at Television Park. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam. We're sitting at 66 degrees. How about that for a December night? Dew point of 60, so pretty warm and muggy conditions. South wind of 15 miles per hour. Low to mid 60s across the board here, and you can see here on satellite and radar, we have a cold front just to the west of us with all the rain and thunderstorm activity ahead of it. So once the cold front comes through, we will see some very windy conditions. Wind advisory from 9 a.m. tomorrow until 1 a.m. on Thursday for sustained winds up to 20 miles per hour and occasional gusts up to 35. Now notice this day planner is not what we typically see. We're going to have low 60s in the morning, and then instead of warming up, we're actually cooling down. Low 50s by 2 p.m. and then some upper 40s before the sun even sets. So that just shows how powerful this cold front is. We'll see another big cool down, just like what we had last week once it comes through. And along that front, we could have strong to severe storms, marginal risk of severe weather, but the main threat will be around the North Carolina coastline. So here's midnight, heavy downpours, and it's still mostly focused in our northern and western counties, but by around 6 a.m. it does become more widespread. So definitely leave with plenty of time tomorrow morning, drive safe, and prepare for some rumbles of thunder, a little bit of lightning, and definitely some gusty winds. So even by 11 a.m. still very windy, but it will be light rain at that point, and we're drying out by 2 p.m. Now the rainfall totals will be up to around 2 to even 3.5 inches in some of those northern counties. Keep in mind that's additional amounts. We already had up to an inch in some places. Then a 30-plus degree drop-off below freezing Thursday and Friday morning. So get the jackets back out, but notice you won't need it for too long as we'll start to see mild conditions again going into the weekend and next week. Lots of 60s in the forecast for highs, lows in the 40s, and little to no rain after we get through tomorrow. Back to you, Brad.
Jenna, thanks. Tomorrow, your hometown road trip is back with an all-new episode. This week, the team heads back to Aiken, where they will try out Duke's Barbecue. They'll talk with owners of Beyond Bijou Aiken and talk with the folks at the Aiken Cyber Academy.
From my perspective, it's more than just a fencing, a lightsaber, combat school. It's a way to help young people, give them another path to adulthood, another senior mentor that can give them answers about life and help develop self-confidence and discipline and all those things that we taught in ROTC.
You can find the Your Hometown Road Trip team in a new location in the CSRA every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on News Channel 6. Still ahead, the 26-year-old accused of killing the United Healthcare CEO is in jail. Details about a possible motive as coverage you can count on continues. But first, the winning numbers from tonight's South Carolina Lottery. Pick 3, 377. Pick 4 tonight, 8862. The fireball was 2.
Hey, CSRA, rookie clause.
Estimate.
I was in a motorcycle accident and I broke my leg. They wouldn't even do surgery on me for 2 months until the swelling went down. I still have to pay bills. That's what I was worried about. So I just got on the phone and I called Austin Jackson. They were very good, professional. The settlement that I received was life-changing. All my bills are paid and I'm doing well. Get Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
Kia at Kia.com.
The 10-day forecast on News Channel 6 is brought to you by Murphy Auto Group.
We're different. Let us prove it. Learn more at mymiracleadvantage.com, Facebook, or Instagram.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
The Barnwell War Horses are gearing up for their 2A state title game, getting in their second-to-last practice in at the Spurrier Indoor Facility. The 13-1 War Horses had a special opportunity to prepare for their state championship matchup. They were granted access to the South Carolina Gamecocks football practice facility in Columbia.
Still a great place to come in, bounce around, get out of school a little bit, be in a different environment, be able to concentrate on just football for a few hours.
Football has been on the players' minds since the offseason. Last year's postseason loss to Oceanside motivated the team to get right back into the weight room.
With the senior-laden squad we've got, we really thought we had a shot. We've been able to get through the gauntlet the last few weeks in the lower state and make it this ball game. So these kids are excited. We're excited.
For the Barnwell seniors, they've poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this season, preparing for a moment like this.
Well, this is my last high school game, so just coming out with the win, winning the state championship for our community, for our team, for our coaches. I feel like we deserve it with all the hard work we put in.
It's an incredible feeling. I mean, to have the opportunity to play for one, not many people can say they played for one, and it's super thrilling, and I just can't wait.
The War Horses are seeking their first state championship since 1988, and they feel this year's team is the one to bring a ring back home to Barnwell.
Barnwell's a football town in the state of South Carolina. It's one of the best in the state of South Carolina, and that's one of the reasons that we want to win this for our community.
I just can't wait. I want to bring a ring back to Barnwell just because they support us so much, and they're just an incredible community.
The War Horses square off against Clinton at 2 p.m. Thursday at South Carolina State University. Reporting in Columbia, Gianna Cephalou, WJBF News Channel 6 Sports. The South Carolina Gamecocks football program is headed to the Cheez-It Bowl in Orlando against the Fighting Illini. The Gamecocks are enjoying one of the most successful seasons in recent memory. For just the 5th time in school history, South Carolina posted 9 wins in the regular season. They've also beaten a school record 4 ranked teams. As a result, the national attention has only gotten stronger. South Carolina head coach Shane Beamer was named a finalist for the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year award. Edge rusher Kyle Kennard was named the best defensive player in college football, and 6 Gamecocks were placed on the coach's all-SEC teams.
The playoff committee did what they did, said what they said last Tuesday night, and it was pretty evident that we weren't going to be in the playoffs. Immediately, we went to work on our bowl destination.
Kickoff is set for December 31st at 3 p.m. on News Channel 6.
Replace your heating and air.
And for a limited time, get an $800 holiday bonus. Call today.
Wednesday morning. Temperatures in the low 60s, and that's about what our high will be. Once the sun goes down, we'll fall into the 40s and then eventually a low of 31. A windy Wednesday. Sunshine on Thursday. Cooler temperatures. Back to some clouds over the weekend with a few light showers.
All right, thanks, Jenna. Deodorant users, and I hope that includes all of us, can now smell like crumble cookies. In honor of National Cookie Day, the cookie company teamed up with Dove to offer scents that include confetti cake, strawberry crumb cake, and lemon glaze. There are also body washes, scrubs, and other crumble cookie-smelling personal care products. They're not edible. They allegedly smell great, and I'm told they're available online through Walmart. I tried to find some just to see how much, but either they're sold out or they don't have them yet.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I'm so excited. I love crumble.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't want to smell like a cookie? That is our report for now. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Have a good night.
Dr. Chandra R. Williams has been...
Oh, look, a pirate ship.
If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, you may only have 30 days to protect your license or your privilege to drive here. Hi, I'm Tiffany Duncan of DUI Duncan, the DUI firm here in Augusta. Visit our website at DUIDuncan.com to see what we've done to help so many drivers. If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, call me now for a free consultation. While the firm, of course, cannot guarantee results, we do guarantee you